Yo, what's up guys, it is Offensive Seahawks fan back with another video, and today is my Week 4 NFL recap. I'm doing the first half before the Seahawks game, then the Seahawks game after it's over. I feel like it's a little bit easier to do that, so I'm not up to like 10 p.m. But whatever, I do it to myself. So, we're going to start with Thursday, which was the Lions and the Packers. The Lions did beat the Packers by 14. I don't know what's up with Green Bay, but something needs to change. But as for the Lions, Jared Goff, he did Jared Goff things. I wish like the Lions would use Jahmyr Gibbs a little more and not give Montgomery the ball every single freaking time. But that's whatever they want to do. Josh Reynolds was the leading receiver today, or Thursday. I gotta work on that. With 69 nice yards. St. Brown was the only touchdown catcher, as Montgomery had the rest of them. Picked up Laporta for fantasy, and he did better than my other tight end did. And then that's about it for the Lions. Their defense, let's see, 5 sacks on Green Bay, and they got 2 interceptions. I don't know who it was that got them, though. Oh, wait, hold on. It was Jerry Jacobs twice. Wow, that's crazy. As for the Packers, Love was sacked 5 times. Just the injuries is killing the Packers, and then they're not so good play calling from, I think LaFleur does the play calling, which he should probably fix. The run game was useless. Jordan Love did have a rushing touchdown. Romeo Doubs continues to be the man for Love, as Christian Watson finally came back and got a touchdown. So, there you go. Jaden Reed is surgical. I thought Musgrave would do a lot more than he did, but I also think he might have got injured, so that's probably why. Fumbles, they had some fumbles, which is not what you want. Quay Walker with 19 total tackles, but also for the second straight game against the Lions, he is kind of the reason they lost. He's just kind of a douchey, dirty player when it comes to playing against the Lions. If you missed last year, out of all the weeks to shove a trainer, he had to do it after DeMar Hamlin's incident, and then did something to the long snapper on Thursday, which ended their momentum that they never really had. But, he can't do that. They got 2 sacks, and Rudy Ford got an interception on the opening drive. So, there you go. Alright, next game is our first London game, which was whatever the hell the Falcons did. I got this wrong, because I thought that it would be like flip-flop. I thought that since Lawrence wasn't playing that good, he wasn't going to do much. But the Jags prevailed, and they destroyed the Falcons. Also, Desmond Ridder sucks. I don't remember if I said it last week or not, but I am saying it now. He sucks. Bijan Robinson is like the only good player on that offense, the only consistent player on that offense right now, it looks like. As if you see there's a pick 6 from the Jags. I think it was Darius Williams. Algier, I get Bijan Robinson was such a hard player to pass up on, but Algier was an 1,000-yard rusher last year, and you basically give him the finger. Jonnu Smith actually had a he had a great game, being a tight end 2 to Kyle Pitts, who should be the tight end 2 at this point. Drake London got the only touchdown for the Falcons. Matt Collins had some, kind of went off on Desmond Ridder, if you've seen that clip. But, yeah, not looking good for Desmond Ridder, as he also lost a fumble. Richie Grant and Nate Landman combined getting 10 plus tackles each, only getting 2 sacks on Lawrence. They did not get any turnovers though, and Young Hoku only got a PAT with 5 punts for Pinion. As for the Jags, Lawrence looked better. Him and Calvin Ridley, though, it's starting to become a question mark. Christian Kirk still looks like he's the man for that receiving core. ETN had a pretty productive day. Couldn't get in the end zone, though, but, well, as Lawrence also had a pretty productive game. There was a bit of a fumbling issue. Evan Engram and Cisco coughed up fumbles, but Blackson, also Engram, and Foyesade Oluokun, I think I said that right, all got fumble recoveries. The defense got to Ridder 4 times. Darius Williams and Cisco got interceptions. So a pretty good day for the Jags all around. I am very impressed. Okay. How the turntable, or I don't know how that saying is, but Miami, what happened? Seriously. This game, I watched this game, so I'll have a better take on this. It was back and forth for the first 4 drives. And then just punt, a lot of punts. Miami basically gave up. Number 4 was getting toasted by Stephon Diggs all day. The Bills are... I shouldn't have picked against Josh Allen because he's almost undefeated against the Dolphins. I think he's only lost 1 game to the Dolphins. But yeah, let's get to Tua. Not a great game, I'll say that. Not the best game from Tua. A-Train, I picked him up with seconds to go before the lineup deadline, whatever it is. With probably 30 seconds, I was like, okay, I need A-Train right now. I'm benching Josh Jacobs, which it was pretty good, honestly. Tyreek Hill had a rush, okay. Besides A-Train, not a good rushing game. Only 41 total rushing yards besides A-Train. Not good. Tyreek Hill only gets 58 yards. Okay. Waddle in his first game back, he was okay. Barrios had the only receiving touchdown. Definitely planned that to happen, NFL, huh? Raheem Mostert was a fumble problem. Liam Eichenberg fumbled. Tua fumbled. Also picked up 2 of them. Barrios picked up 1 of them. And for their defense, which wasn't really there, David Long had 10 tackles. Only 2 sacks for them. I think Kader Kahohu, I think that was number 4. He was getting smoked all day by Diggs, which, it's Stephon Diggs. He toasts almost everyone, but there was a time where I think they were literally going to start scrapping hands and fighting. But, oh well. They did not get any interceptions. As for the Bills, Josh Allen, amazing. 4 incompletions, but 4 touchdowns. Only got sacked twice. And this rushing game, okay. Latavius Murray was the leading rusher. I don't know what happened to James Cook. He had a touchdown, but not really productive. Josh Allen got a touchdown. Damian Harris getting a little involved. Stephon Diggs doing Stephon Diggs things. And also Gabe Davis with a touchdown. I wish they would involve Kincaid a little more because he's on my fantasy team. So I would appreciate it. And Latavius Murray looked like he took the fountain of youth every time he had that football. I was impressed. Terrell Bernard recovered a fumble. Matt Milano leading the team in tackles. He is looking better each year. He's really getting after it. DeMar Hamlin returned today. Sunday. Stop. He returned on Sunday, and I don't really know if he even played, but he did come back, and that's amazing. Micah Hyde with an interception. Also, sad to say, Tre'Davious White out for the rest of the year with an Achilles tear. That sucks tremendously. That Bills secondary is just getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Very thin. Because they were already dealing with a lot of secondary injuries. As it was. But, whatever. I'm sure they'll fix it. As for this game, Broncos beat the Bears, had a great comeback, down 28-7 at one point, I'm fairly certain. Russell Wilson is cooking. I don't care what people say. I'm still defending my former quarterback for the rest of time. He was great today. Sunday, stop. He's been great all year. Well, not like great, like MVP 2019 Russell Wilson. But he hasn't been horrible. He's how do I say this? He is not the reason the Broncos have been losing games. I will say that. Their defense sucks. Javonte Williams got injured. So, Jaleel McLaughlin with 7 carries for 72 yards. Very productive day for him. As the receiving, Jerry Jeudy, 52 yards. Marvin Mims, 47. Russell really spreading the ball here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 people were targeted on Sunday. As for the fumbles, Jonathan Cooper recovered one. Alex Singleton with 12 tackles and getting to Fields 4 times. Kareem Jackson with an interception. As for Justin Fields and the Bears, Fields played his best NFL game he'll probably ever play. And they still lost. This game was not on Justin Fields. This is on their defense. This game was pretty much whose defense can suck more. It was still the Broncos, but they held on to win because Russell Wilson is him. Khalil Herbert having a very productive day. Outside of that, nothing really on the run game. DJ Moore finally looking like he was worth getting traded to them. Cole Kmet with a handful of touchdowns. Also Khalil Herbert with a touchdown. Mercedes Lewis is also still in the league, apparently. Justin Fields had a fumble, which not that good. TJ Edwards and Edmonds with 8 tackles apiece, and they only got to Russell Wilson 1 time. They didn't get any interceptions either. Yeah, it was not fun for them. Alright, the Ravens and the Browns. I got nothing to say about the Browns. Besides, Elijah Moore is kind of stupid. I'll put it at that. Lamar Jackson, not the best through the air, but he had 2 touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. 4 total touchdowns. Quick math for you. Their rushing game was... Gus Edwards he's doing the bare minimum at least. I guess Melvin Gordon is on the Ravens still. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns. Love to see it. And was him and Zay Flowers are really the only good receiving options for Lamar, because Odell, shockingly, is injured still, and I don't know what's up with Bateman. I don't know if he's injured. Lamar Jackson had 2 fumbles, lost 1 but got 1 back. Roquan Smith had 10 total tackles, and the defense got 4 sacks and 3 interceptions total. Granted, one of them was not on DTR's fault. At least I saw one of them wasn't. It was the first one. And then, as the Browns, Bill Cosby couldn't play, thankfully. But, yeah, the Browns aren't good without Bill Cosby, as you can see. Also, welcome to the NFL, DTR. Looked great in the preseason. Was sacked 4 times. Their run game is nothing. They don't have a run game without Nick Chubb. Also, yeah, Elijah Moore. What the heck? Njoku, only, decent player for the Browns. Yeah, I don't got anything about them. They did that bad. But, the Steelers. Okay. Kenny Pickett got hurt. I don't think he tore his ACL, though. But what happened? He made the Houston Texans look amazing. Najee Harris, cool, I guess, got that. And he was also the leading receiver with 32 yards. Fumbling problem. 11 tackles for Fitzpatrick. Roberts with 10. No sacks. For Houston. Stroud's looking so good, man. He's looking so good. Even Singletary threw a touchdown. Dameon Pierce, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about him. He looked great last year. Now he's not really doing that good. Nico Collins, I was kind of wrong about Tank Dell saying he was the man. I just haven't been paying attention to Nico Collins, I guess. But he is looking like the man right now. And also Dalton Schultz got his first touchdown as a Texan, I think that was his first. The Texans also kind of had a fumbling issue. Christian Harris with 13 tackles. And they got to Pickett 3 times and Steven Nelson with an interception. Okay, the other winless battle, a Adam Thielen revenge game. Also, Kirk Cousins, he sucked on Sunday. Threw a 99-yard pick 6 while also getting trampled like it was on Black Friday in the process. But kudos to him for actually, catching up with the dude, sort of. But, yeah, they got the job done. As you can see, a touchdown from Jay Jettas there. Cam Akers, I think, made his debut. Madison, he's at least getting the ball a lot. He just needs to find that end zone, man. Jay Jettas, elite. Hawkinson, he ain't doing nothing, really. Just this offense in general was not that good for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins did have a fumble, but he recovered it, and DJ Wonnum had a 51-yard touchdown, I think. Harrison Smith, Jordan Hicks, Karen Benum, all with 10-plus tackles. Harrison Smith had 3 sacks as well. He was everywhere. 5 total sacks for the Vikings. They did not pick off Bryce Young, though. As for Bryce Young, I don't know, man. I still would have taken C.J. Stroud. I don't care. Oh, there's that touchdown right there. Rushing game is nothing good still. Miles Sanders looks like 2021 Miles Sanders. But, well. Adam Thielen kind of... Dude's like 30-something years old, still lighting up the stat board, which I respect. Terrace Marshall getting in the mix of it, almost 10 catches. And Bryce Young with that fumble, sadly. Terrace Marshall also had a fumble, but recovered it. Only 2 sacks for the Panthers, I mean. Sam Franklin Jr. with the touchdown. Kamu Grugier-Hill also got an interception. Well, alright then. Here we go. One of the better games of the week. The Rams escape the Colts in overtime. Matt Stafford, I think he's injured, but he should be fine. Passing or completions could have done a little bit better, but he's 319 yards and the game-winning touchdown to freaking Puka Nacua. Who else would it be? Kyron Williams looking amazing. The week that I drop him from fantasy. Nice. Outside of Puka and I guess Higbee, who I think just got a contract extension recently. I forgot what I was saying before that. But oh well. Kyron Williams fumbled. Akella Witherspoon picked up a fumble, and so did Puka. 10 tackles for Ernest Jones as they got 2 sacks on Richardson. As for Richardson, not the best. But he's a great rushing quarterback, I will say that. I think he's got a rushing touchdown every time he's played. But his passing, it ain't all there, man. He did get 2 touchdowns to Drew Ogletree, of all people, and also Mo Alley Cox. I don't know what happened here with Pittman. He lit it up against the Ravens, and then just on Sunday, I don't know, man. Richardson had 2 fumbles, lost 1, and got 1 back. Zaire Franklin with 12 tackles and 2 sacks for the Colts defense. Kenny Moore got an interception. All right. Okay, Baker Mayfield, calm down, man. The Bucks whiplash the Saints. Let me scroll up here. Baker Mayfield, as of now, I've been so wrong about him. But he's good. He is doing phenomenal. I was just wrong about this whole Buccaneers team. But, man, I apologize. That division looks like it's theirs still. Baker Mayfield is resurging his career. Rushing, not really a lot. Chris Godwin, he had a great game. Mike Evans did get injured with a hamstring. I don't know how long he's out for. But Devin Tompkins with a touchdown and Trey Palmer with a touchdown. Antoine Winfield and Logan Hall recovered fumbles. No one went over 10 tackles, but they got 3 sacks as a defense, and Dee Delaney got an interception. As for the Saints, 3 different quarterbacks were playing today, or Sunday. Derek Carr didn't do anything. He shouldn't have really been playing with that shoulder injury. Taysom Hill threw a pass, and Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston things with 1 pass for an interception. Fantastic. Alvin Kamara came back. He didn't really do much. The whole rushing attack just really didn't do much. Their leading receiver was Michael Thomas. But look at this. What is this? 13 catches for 33 yards for Kamara. What is that? I don't understand that. Derek Carr and Adam Prentice both fumbled and lost it. They only got to Mayfield once, and Isaac Yiadom, however you say that, had an interception. So, good for them. Alright, the Eagles escape the Commies. Sam Howell, I don't know what's going on with him, but it ain't pretty. His only touchdown was the very last second of the game. Well, regulation, at least. Brian Robinson had a touchdown. Other than that, he's not really productive. Terry McLaurin had a touchdown. I know it doesn't say he did here, but he had a touchdown. Yeah, right here. It was weird. So, like, Robinson broke, felt like a billion tackles at the goal line, fumbled it, and McLaurin recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown. So, there's that. Curtis Samuel had a rushing touchdown, and also fairly productive day. The receivers were very productive today. These four right here. A little bit of a fumbling issue. Cameron Curl with 12 tackles, and they got to Hurts 3 times, but did not get any interceptions. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts doing Jalen Hurt things with 2 touchdowns. I think both were to A.J. Brown, so hopefully he can stop crybabying it up for a little bit. DeAndre Swift sort of slowed it down, but still had a touchdown. A.J. Brown with 9 catches for 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith with 78 yards. A good little bounce back from last week's quietness. Kenneth Gainwell had a fumble. Lane Johnson picked it up. Zach Cunningham, Nicholas Moreau, and Darius Slay, 10-plus tackles each, and they got 5 sacks as a defense. But that defense did not look the best, I'll tell you that. Even though the stats kind of say otherwise. Dude, Bengals, what is wrong with you guys this year? You guys suck. Joe Burrow, you got paid and forgot how to do your job. Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase were the only reliable players on offense for them on Sunday, and Joe Burrow got freaking wrecked on a play. He did a side flip, sort of. They counted that as a fumble, I guess, and Jalen Davis recovered a fumble. Nick Scott with 10 tackles and 3 sacks for the Bengals defense, and Dax Hill got an interception. Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry threw touchdowns. Derrick Henry has 4 career touchdown passes, and cool stat, not really cool, kind of embarrassing. Ryan Tannehill has 2 passing touchdowns on the year, only 1 in front of Derrick Henry. Henry's a running back, and he also had a great bounce back game. He did not lie in the sense that he said something about like this bad game from last week is fueling me up for this upcoming game. He did not lie. He looked like prime Derrick Henry. DeAndre Hopkins still looks like a waste of money. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with a touchdown, and Josh Wiley with a touchdown that came from Derrick Henry. Fumbling issue for the Titans, and Jack Gibbons with 10 tackles, and the defense got 3 sacks. No turnover or interceptions for their defense, though. Alright, Brandon Staley still trying to lose his job. I don't understand why he just almost loses every game, it seems like. Anyway, Aiden O'Connell, he had his NFL debut because Jimmy G was injured. Could have done worse, but he got a rushing touchdown and was sacked 7 times, but we'll get to that. Josh Jacobs finally pulled the tampon out and had a touchdown, and also had 8 catches for 81 yards. Devontae Adams had a Devontae Adams game only in the second half, though. He got injured in the second quarter, I think, something with his shoulder, but he came back. Jacoby Myers, he's hit or miss. O'Connell had 3 fumbles and lost 2 of them. Dylan Parham picked up 1 of them. 2 sacks total for the Raiders, and Trayvon Moehrig got an interception. And also Jerry Tillery somewhere. Yep, right here. He popped Herbert so hard and so late, got kicked out, and the entire Chargers team, his former team, all wanted a piece of him, respectfully. Alright, for the Chargers, Herbert's Raiders. This was a bad game. Joshua Kelly, though it looks like he had a productive day, no, he did not. He is not a good running back when Eckler is out. Josh Palmer was the leading receiver. Keenan Allen with a touchdown, even though Mike Williams was out with an injury, or is going to be out. Quentin Johnson still didn't really do anything. I don't know if this guy's on offense, but not really a fumbling problem in the aspect that they fumbled, but they picked up fumbles. Khalil Mack, 10 tackles and 6 sacks. He went from 0 sacks to 6 sacks in the span of 60 minutes on Sunday. Wild. 7 total sacks. The other one came from team. It came from team. Okay. But my goodness. Also, Asante Samuel got the game-clinching interception. The Raiders were trying to have a comeback, but nope. They were denied, respectfully. Patriots, you guys suck, man. Mac Jones is not a good quarterback. Bailey Zappi is just Mac Jones in a different font. The Patriots are not a good football team anymore. Thank you. No rushing game at all. Zeke Elliott didn't do anything against the Cowboys. Just this whole Patriots offense sucked. They didn't get an interception. They got 3 sacks. And Kyle Duggar and Miles Bryant had 10 plus tackles apiece. But big story here is Matt Judon and Christian Gonzalez are out indefinitely with shoulder, and Gonzalez has a shoulder injury. Judon has a torn bicep, I think, something like that. Lower bicep injury or something. It's bad. He's going to be out for a while though, for sure. Dak had a touchdown. Pretty good game, and Cooper Rush came in. And I don't know. Rushing game was not really there. Blake Ferguson, of all people, was your leading receiver, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb was number 4, but he did get a touchdown. Brandon Cooks is like, I don't know what's going on, but like, I haven't really heard his name a lot this year. And there's a pick 6 right there. Kind of a fumble problem for the Cowboys. LV picked one up and took it to the house. Also led the team in tackles. 2 total sacks for... God dang, man. Hiccups. 2 sacks for the Cowboys, and Deron Bland with 2 interceptions and a pick 6. It was like the same exact style of an interception. Well, Kendrick Bourne did the same route. Got Bland on one of them, but the next one, Bland jumped the route and read that route like a children's book and took it to the house. The Cowboys are, they're good till the playoffs, so oh well. All right, the Cardinals actually kind of put up a fight for a while. Josh Dobbs is earning respect from the league. He isn't doing bad with how bad that Cardinals team is. James Conner and Josh Dobbs had productive rushing days. Marquise Brown, he did his thing. Michael Wilson had 2 touchdowns. Zach Ertz did his thing. Dropped a touchdown that really didn't matter all that much, but still dropped a easy, or not easy, nothing's easy in the league, but like a catchable touchdown. Josh Dobbs lost a fumble. Ezekiel Turner with 10 tackles, and they only got to Brock Purdy once. No interceptions either. Brock Purdy, 1 incompletion. Phenomenal day for Brock Purdy and a touchdown, but the Christian McCaffrey show, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. Jesus, man. Calm down, Christian. You could do this when I'm not playing against you in fantasy football, man. They didn't get any fumbles, but Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner with 10 tackles. They got to Dobbs once. All right. And now, for what people are saying, the most rigged games in NFL history, and y'all know me, I don't believe in that crap most of the time, but this time I truly believe it was rigged for the Chiefs to win, because Taylor Swift was there, and they would have castrated the Chiefs if they lost to Zach Wilson. But anyways, Mahomes looked legitimately terrible Sunday. There was a point where the Jets were down like 20 to nothing, I think, 17-0. They got a safety, which I missed as I was in the bathroom, which I guess sparked so much momentum for them. And they almost beat the defending champs. Pacheco finally went off for my fantasy team. Didn't help me though, because I'm getting wrecked by like 80 points. Mahomes had a rushing day. I get good rushing. Yes. Kelsey, he did his thing. He didn't score a touchdown. Noah Gray is the only tight end that scored. Only receiver that scored for the the Chiefs. So Kelsey's probably getting ripped to shreds by Swifties right now that he didn't score a touchdown. Mahomes fumbled but got it back. Tershawn Wharton with a recovered fumble. They got to Zach 2 times. And as for Zach Wilson, he played his best game of his career right here. I wish the Jets would have won this game, man. I picked the Chiefs, but when I saw the Jets were like really making this a game, I was like, come on, Jets, please win. They didn't, sadly. Allen Lazard, Garrett Wilson had productive days. Conklin dropped a costly touchdown. CJ Uzomah had a touchdown. I think that was his first catch of the year or something, but he scored. Wilson lost a fumble, sadly. Gibson fumbled, but I think it went out of bounds. Quincy Williams and CJ Mosley, 10 tackles, or 10 plus tackles each. They got to Mahomes once, and DJ Reed was running like 100 miles an hour towards Mahomes and completely missed him, but even if he sniffed Mahomes going that fast, he would have got arrested on sight, put on death row, probably had apples thrown out of him as he was leaving the stadium, and would have got death threats probably. But this game is the first. Also, the Jets got 2 picks. This is the first time I will say an NFL game has been rigged, and I already said why. Also, can the NFL stop meat riding Taylor Swift? I've been getting used to it with Mahomes, but they're making it bad with Taylor Swift. Just go look at their Twitter and Instagram, because I can't pull it up here. Because I don't want to put a hole through my computer screen if I see it again. It's so dumb, and it is the ride of the century. Hopefully they stay on tight, because they're going to ride that until one of them break up with the other. Alright, second part coming out after the Seahawks game tonight. Go Hawks! Alright, the Seahawks game legit just ended like 2 seconds ago. And oh my goodness. I'll get to my excitement after my little rant, because I have one. Offense, that was one of the worst offensive games I've ever watched. I know we put up 24 points, but I know Kenneth looked great down there, and we'll get to that. Gino got hurt in the second quarter. That sucked. Drew Lock came in. He legit almost threw a touchdown, like his first play or something. It was crazy. Kenneth Walker had a very slow start, but he eventually picked it up. I honestly thought I wish he had a touchdown on that first run. That was like his butt barely skid the ground or something. Charbonnet had a very productive day when he got the ball. Even Drew Lock ran the ball once. Gino did come back. The offense as a whole really just couldn't function right. Noah Fant with that big 51-yard play that sadly wasn't a touchdown, but well, Tyler Lockett, he did his job when he got the ball. DK Metcalf scored a touchdown. Very nice. And then Geno Smith had a negative 2-yard catch, which was the same play that he got injured on. Jordan Brooks recovered a fumble that Mario Edwards caused. I can't function. Bobby Wagner, Julian Love, Jordan Brooks, 10-plus tackles. Devin Witherspoon, holy bejeebies. He was everywhere tonight, pretty much. And 11 sacks. Almost 100 total tackles for the defense. Jesus, man. Devin Witherspoon got a pick six. Quandre Diggs got an interception. Just amazing. As for Daniel Jones, it was like this Giants team, or the Giants today, just reminisced week 1 pretty much. Their offense, it was bad. Daniel Jones was the leading rusher. It was just, he had nowhere to go pretty much. Matt Breida was the leading receiver. That's all you really need to know. They had a big fumble problem. Okereke, he had a great game for the Giants. Thibodeau got to Geno twice. It was just the first half, mainly the first quarter, it felt like just penalties. Oh, injured, penalties, injured for the Seahawks. It was bad, but we got the win, so I can't complain all too much, but I always complain no matter what when we win football games. But my goodness, heading into the bye week, looking good, 2-0 away. We're 3-1, wish we were 4-0. Feels good. Let's come out strong in 2 weeks and hopefully take down the Bengals. Let's get healthy because we got a lot of injuries, and hopefully our offensive line mainly our O-line can get healthy. And I hope our defense can play like this every single week from here on out, which definitely is not happening with some of the opponents we have coming up. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!